Good morning viewers, मैं जमार निकिता और आप देखें सबके Nltv Goodmorning Nagaland में स्वागत करें। अभी ज़्यादा बाइबल वर्स सवा। Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 17 to 18. Though the fig tree does not bud, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in God, my Savior. The order of the day so. Even when circumstances seem bleak, no fruit, no harvest, you can choose joy. Rejoice not in what you see, but who is unchanging and faithful. We will see that occurs on you. Idiado boim so.
When we go to the cross with all our heart, we believe Jesus by faith has promised to hear. We trust to Him, live in our prayers and tears, and ask His sweet grace and strength to bear. In a quiet moment, He undertakes our whispering, He comes to our aid with love uplifting. Such joy within we know it overflows when our sorrows we can with our Savior let go. His love cares us, with His beloved kiss He fills our being with His peace and race. His love cares us, with His beloved kiss He fills our being with His peace and race. So why hold on to the heavy burden inside when we have a fountain that never dries? Why not run to our comforter and find He is faithful and true, near to the cross He holds all His promises.
We reach idiado nim like a healthy tip so.
Neem, a detailed overview of its health benefits and uses. What is neem? Neem is a tree native to India and Southeast Asia, often called the village pharmacy, because almost every part of it is used in traditional medicine. Neem leaves, bark, seed, and oil have potent therapeutic properties. Boosts immunity. Neem contains compounds like nimbin, nimbidine, and azadirachtin, which have strong antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal effects. Regular consumption of neem tea or neem supplements can help your body fight infection by enhancing immune function. It helps combat common cold, flu, and other microbial infections. Supports skin health. Neem's anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties make it highly effective for skin issues. Uses: acne. Neem kills acne causing bacteria and reduces inflammation, preventing breakout. Eczema and psoriasis. Applying neem paste or neem oil can soothe itching, reduce redness, and heal lesions. Lesions, wounds and cuts. Neem promotes faster healing and prevents infection. How to use: make a paste of neem leaves and water or mix neem powder with honey or turmeric to apply as a face mask. Improves oral health. Neem has been traditionally used as natural toothbrush, chewing neem twigs to maintain oral hygiene. Its antibacterial properties reduce plaque buildup and prevent cavities. Neem-based toothpaste or mouthwash help prevent gum disease, bad breath, and tooth decay. Controls blood sugar. Neem leaves have compounds that may improve insulin sensitivity and help regulate blood sugar levels. Consuming neem leaf juice or neem powder under medical supervision can support diabetes management. Neem helps prevent complications by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation associated with diabetes. Purifies blood and detoxifies. Neem acts as a natural blood purifier by flushing out toxins and cleansing the bloodstream. This detoxification helps improve overall health, clear skin, and prevent infections. Neem tree is commonly consumed for this purpose. Promotes hair health. Neem oil is widely used for scalp treatment. It reduces dandruff and fungal infection. It strengthens hair roots, promoting thicker, healthier hair. Neem oil can soothe scalp irritation, redness, and itchiness. Use neem oil mixed with coconut or olive oil and massage it onto the scalp regularly. Aids digestive health. Neem improves digestion and has been used to treat stomach ulcers, bloating, and constipation. It helps eliminate intestinal worms and parasites. Drinking neem leaf tea or taking neem capsules can promote gut health. Precautions and side effects. Neem oil should never be ingested directly as it is toxic in large amounts. Avoid excessive use of neem supplements. Moderate doses are safer. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should avoid neem or consult their healthcare provider first. People with liver or kidney issues should use neem only under medical supervision. Allergic reaction or rare but possible, test a small patch on skin before topical use. Neem is a powerful and versatile tree with significant medicinal, agricultural, and environmental benefits. Its natural compounds offer effective remedies for a wide range of health issues, while its use in organic farming and pest control promotes sustainable practices. With a long history in traditional medicine and growing recognition in modern science, neem continues to be a valuable natural resource. However, it should be used with care, especially in concentrated forms to avoid potential side effects. Overall, neem stands out as a remarkable example of nature's healing and protective power.
Viewers, Arabic rainwater bursts a lot.
What is rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting is the process that collects and stores rainwater for reuse. It is a sustainable way to use water as it reduces the demand for municipal water supplies, and it can also help to reduce flooding. Rainwater harvesting is a water conservation technique that can be used to save water and reduce dependency on groundwater resources. This technique can be used in both rural and urban areas. Rainwater harvesting can be done on a small scale, such as with a rain barrel, or at a larger scale, such as with a cistern, either way. It is a great way to save water and reduce your water bill. There are many benefits of rainwater harvesting. It can help reduce flooding, recharge groundwater resources, and even provide an alternative water source during droughts. It is also a sustainable and environmentally friendly way to conserve water. Why is rainwater harvesting important? As we know that water is a necessary resource for all life on our planet and a major component of the hydrosphere that makes up for more than 2/3 of the Earth's surface. Water plays a vital role in the environment by moderating temperature, participating in the water cycle, and dissolving and transporting minerals and nutrients. The Earth's water is renewable, but it is not always available in the right quantity or of the right quantity for human needs. Many factors such as climate change, population growth, and economic development can impact the availability of water resources. One way to address these issues is through rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is the practice of collecting, storing, and using rainwater for different purposes. It is an ancient practice that has been used for centuries to supplement water needs in dry areas. Harvesting rainwater will help to reduce dependence on municipal water supplies. It helps to save money and it helps to conserve water. Despite these benefits, rainwater harvesting is not widely practiced. This is due in part to a lack of awareness of the benefits of rainwater harvesting. It is also due to the fact that many people believe that rainwater harvesting is a difficult and complicated process. But in reality, harvesting rainwater is a very simple process.
Benefits of rainwater harvesting. Firstly, rainwater harvesting is a practice that has been used for centuries to supplement water supplies in the times of drought. More recently, rainwater harvesting has been gaining popularity as a way to reduce water bills and combat the effects of climate change. When properly implemented, rainwater harvesting can provide a sustainable source of water for households, businesses, and communities. There are many benefits of rainwater harvesting. It can help in reducing water bills, self-sustainability, irrigating crops, watering livestock, recharging groundwater, aquifers, domestic purposes such as flushing toilets, washing clothes, or cooking, augmenting water supplies, and reducing the environmental impact of development. How can you harvest rainwater? There are many ways that you can harvest rainwater, but one of the most popular and effective methods is to use a rainwater harvesting system. This system collects rainwater from your roof and stores it in a cistern or tank. You can then use this water for all the same purposes as you would with municipal water. You can connect your sump to the rainwater harvesting system and store the collected rainwater in it. A proper harvesting system will have a filter attached to it to remove dirt and debris. This water can then be pumped out and used for whatever you need it for. No matter which method you choose, harvesting rainwater is a great way to save money and conserve water. Tips for maintaining rainwater harvesting system. Inspect your gutters and downspouts regularly to make sure that they are free from debris. This will ensure that rainwater can flow freely into your storage container. Check your storage container regularly for leaks. If you notice any leaks, be sure to repair them immediately to avoid losing any precious rainwater. Keep an eye on the rainfall forecast and empty your storage container before a big storm hits. This will help to prevent any overflow from occurring. By following these simple tips, you can ensure that your rainwater harvesting system is always in top condition and ready to provide you with fresh, clean water. How can rainwater harvesting be improved? In order to improve the rainwater harvesting, better understanding of the hydrological cycle is mandatory. Clouds are a major component of the hydrological cycle. Therefore, cloud distribution is the keystone of better rainwater harvesting. Why should we do rainwater harvesting? The use of rainwater harvesting system allows groundwater levels to recharge, which in turn aids in enhancing urban greenery. Rainwater harvesting systems are simple to set up and operate. There is no requirement or complicated purifying systems which need to be applied to cleanse groundwater, since rainwater is pure. The collected water reduces flooding and decreases soil erosion by decreasing the likelihood of runoffs during periods of heavy rainfall. This is good news for our rivers, streams, oceans, and lakes, as they will be less polluted over time. What is the importance of rainwater harvesting? The collected water reduces flooding and decreases soil erosion by decreasing the likelihood of runoffs during periods of heavy rainfall. This is good news for our rivers, streams, oceans, and lakes, as they will be less polluted over time. Why should we store rainwater? Because rainwater harvesting bypasses the centralized water system, it conserves energy, decreases water contamination. Captured rainwater does not cause immediate runoff. Limiting runoff helps decrease the contamination of surface water by sediments, fertilizers, and pesticides in rainfall runoff. Harvested rainwater can be safely used for non-potable activities such as yard and landscape irrigation, watering potted plants, and washing vehicles. Collected rainwater should not be used for drinking or other potable purposes if it is not filtered and disinfected before use. Why is rainwater harvesting urgently needed in India? It is more affordable, less time-consuming, and easier to implement than complicated systems that are required for wastewater treatment. Rainwater harvesting also helps in reducing India's dependence on groundwater and private sources like tankers.
What is rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting is the process that collects and stores rainwater.
Universidad Wonder Sawa.
Also help.
There is a letter that can travel across mountains, deserts, and oceans. But here in the Kashmir Valley, some letters begin their journey floating gently on a lake. On Dal Lake in Srinagar, where the mountain-capped Pir Panjal range casts its reflection like a painting on glass, there is something you won't find anywhere else in the world: a post office that floats. Not built on stone, not on soil, but on water. This is the floating post office of Srinagar, the only one of its kind in the entire world. To understand its story, we must roll back through time. In the 19th century, Dal Lake was not just a tourist postcard, it was the lifeline of Srinagar. The locals, the houseboat owners, the saffron traders, the pashmina weavers, they all moved through the city by water. The lake was their street, and the shikara was their cart. Long before the internet, long before phone calls, messages had to move across these waters, and so a small wooden structure was built on a boat, a place where letters could be sent and received without ever stepping onto land. Through the decades, it became more than just a postal stop. It became a connection point between families, between merchants, and sometimes between lovers separated by valleys and curfews. But by the early 2000s, it had started to fade from public attention. That's when, in 2011, then Chief Postmaster John Samuel decided to revive it, not just as a functional post office, but as a living heritage site. Step inside today, and the scent of old wood greets you. The walls are lined with photographs, stamps, and postcards from all over India's postal history. There's a small philately museum inside, a treasure chest for stamp collectors, showcasing designs that once carried India's stories to faraway lands. Behind the counter, you'll see something unusual, not just envelopes and parcels, but tourists waiting eagerly to buy a postcard, scribble a few lines, and post it here. Because every letter that leaves this floating post office carries a special pictorial cancellation, a postmark of a shikara on Dal Lake framed by mountains. It's more than a stamp, it's a memory frozen in ink. In an age where we send a message in seconds, you might ask, why bother? Because here, the act of sending a letter is part of the journey. Imagine you sit on a shikara, the gentle paddle cutting through the water. You reach this wooden houseboat, you write a letter to someone you love, seal it, hand it over. That letter drifts quite literally into the hands of the postman, and from here into the veins of the postal network. By the time it reaches its destination, it carries not just your words, but the romance of a place where water meets ink and time slows down. Over the years, the floating post office has become one of Srinagar's proudest symbols, a place covered by BBC, National Geographic, and countless travel shows. It has survived the harsh winters when Dal Lake freezes over. It has stayed open through times of political unrest when most shutters were closed. It is a gentle reminder that communication is not just about speed, it's about connection. So if you ever find yourself in Srinagar, take a break from the usual sightseeing. Step into a shikara, feel the cool water beneath you, and drift towards that cream and red wooden house. Inside, pick up a postcard, write to someone, maybe an old friend, maybe even to your future self, post it here. And when that letter arrives far away from the calm of Dal Lake, the person opening it will not just see your words. They will see the lake, the mountains, the ripples, and the floating dreams that carried your message to them. Because sometimes a letter isn't just a letter. Sometimes it's a piece of a place. And here in Srinagar, that place floats.
The tulip garden of Srinagar, a symbol of beauty and bloom in the valley, nestled in the foothills of Zabarwan range, with a pristine Dal Lake in the background. The Indira Gandhi Memorial Tulip Garden in Srinagar is the largest tulip garden in Asia. Known for its breathtaking beauty and vibrant floral display, it has become one of the most iconic attractions in Jammu and Kashmir, drawing thousands of tourists each spring. Historic background. The tulip garden, earlier known as Siraj Bagh, was inaugurated in 2007 by the then Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad. The garden was established with the purpose of boosting tourism and extending the tourist season in the Kashmir Valley beyond the snow season. Located on the slopes of the Zabarwan Hills, the garden was created on terraced land previously used for horticulture and floriculture. The project was a part of larger effort to revive and promote tourism in the valley during peaceful times and was renamed in the honor of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Floral beauty and design. The garden spreads over 30 hectares and is home to over 1.5 million tulip bulbs imported primarily from Holland. It features more than 60 varieties of tulips ranging in color from deep red, yellow, and orange to soft pink, purple, and white. The garden is beautifully laid out in terraces with walkways, fountains, and lush green lawns that enhance its charm. Every year it opens.
Viewers, ida to Nltv Nagaland weather report so. Degrees Celsius. Dimapur, maximum 29 degrees Celsius to minimum 26 degrees Celsius. Kohima, maximum 22 degrees Celsius to minimum 19 degrees Celsius. Peak, maximum 22 degrees Celsius to minimum 18 degrees Celsius. Wokha, maximum 28 degrees Celsius to minimum 24 degrees Celsius. Zinabodo, maximum 20 degrees Celsius to minimum 17 degrees Celsius. Kifiri, maximum 24 degrees Celsius to minimum 26 degrees Celsius. Magokchung, maximum 24 degrees Celsius to minimum 22 degrees Celsius. Dinsang, maximum 18 degrees Celsius to minimum 16 degrees Celsius. Mon, maximum 24 degrees Celsius to minimum 22 degrees Celsius. Longland, maximum 20 degrees Celsius to minimum 18 degrees Celsius. Noglak, maximum 19 degrees Celsius to minimum 17 degrees Celsius. Ajila, good morning Nagaland. Duan Tegishe, the national news or updates can by Tegule, Abningan Sai Tegibi, Nagaland TV.